Hey guys, I'm here at the office today. I'm really not working today. Obviously, it's the Christmas holiday. It's Christmas Eve, and the next couple of days I've got, obviously, to spend that with the family, right? I've got some family events I've got to attend on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I really didn't have a video planned today, but I decided I wanted to make one of these boomer-style phone vlogs. You guys love it when I do these. I typically don't do these on tech-related topics. Usually they're more life kind of videos, kind of off topic from the usual stuff I do. But today what I wanted to do, what inspired this video was, I stopped here at the office for about an hour or so to check on some things before I go away for a few days. And I was reading some of the comments on my videos. And a recent video I did was about the ADM42 keyboard, which is a very unusual keyboard, kind of a different kind of layout with some extra keys on the thumb cluster. And anytime I do videos about this kind of stuff, like the Moonlander, the split keyboard back here on the desk, I get people that make comments like, how can you possibly use that thing? Or they make it a very generalized statement. How can anybody possibly use insert name of product, whether it be hardware, whether it be software? How can anybody use Emacs? How can anybody use Vim? I get these questions thousands of times, right, over the years. How can anybody work in the terminal? How can anybody choose to work in the terminal? How can anybody choose to use command line utilities when there's graphical utilities out there, If I had a dime for every time somebody asked me, how can I choose to use Emacs when things like VS Code or gedit or Notepad exist, I'd be a wealthy man, right? And I don't understand people that ask these things like, how can you choose to use these kinds of keyboards? No one would choose that. Well, obviously, people do choose that, right? Because I'm using these kinds of keyboards, right? And I use them every day, right? That Moonlander behind me, I've typed on that thing every day for the last 3 years, right? That is the keyboard I actually use. So obviously, I choose to use it. And I'm not the only one, because a lot of people have bought that keyboard. A lot of people have bought things like the ADM42 and some of these other, I guess, weird keyboards in some people's opinion. Nobody would choose to use those things. No, actually, a lot of people choose to use these things. And I don't understand the point of the comment, because I'm sitting here, and every time I get these comments, I always find it odd, because I am so not this kind of person. In my entire life, I can't ever think of a situation where I just blurted out to the world, how can anybody possibly use insert name of product? Because I've never been one of these people that care, right? I don't care. I don't care what other people choose to use. If they find it useful, let them use it, right? And so I guess that's why I'm asking these people, if you're one of these people that, just always have to constantly make statements like, why would anybody choose to use Vim or whatever it happens to be? Why are you doing that? What is the mental process? I'm assuming that you're asking because you, for whatever reason, don't want to use these products, or maybe because they're typically very negative in tone, I think these people feel offended almost by products like these mechanical programmable split keyboards or whatever it happens to be, and they feel offended by things like Vim or Emacs or the GNU core utils, command line utilities in general. Like, they take offense to it. Like, the fact that even exists offends me because I don't use it, right? That would be like me saying, you know what? I don't drive Toyota cars. So, I'm going to make sure that everybody in the world that drives a Toyota knows I don't drive it, and you shouldn't either. like, why would I do that? It's just weird. And I'm assuming these people are offended. It's almost like they think it's an arrogance thing, right? Like I use that keyboard just to be arrogant, to be elitist, right? I only use Emacs to be arrogant and elitist, right? And that's a very strange, almost counterintuitive way of thinking, because think about it. If you're asking other people, why are they using something that you yourself don't use, and you're taking offense to it, who's being the arrogant one there? Anyway, just some food for thought. Merry Christmas, guys. Peace.